To make sense of data and use it effectively, it is essential to know where it comes from and how it has been processed and used. This is the domain of Paradata, an emergent interdisciplinary field with wide applications. As digital data rapidly accumulates in repositories worldwide, this comprehensive introductory book, the first of its kind, shows how to make that data accessible and reusable. The volume Paradata Documenting Data Creation, Curation and Use, published open access with Cambridge University Press, is summarizing insights from 5 years of research in the Capturing Paradata for Documenting Data Creation and Use for the Research of the Future project, funded by the European Research Council. The book consists of 8 chapters. The introductory chapter contextualizes the notion of Paradata and provides an overview of the volume and its aims and starting points.
The chapter 2, titled The Concept of Paradata, delves into the concept of Paradata with a dual aim to link Paradata's notable complexity to broad utility, and to provide groundwork for exploring Paradata in the subsequent chapters of this volume. The chapter 3, titled Paradata in the Wild, How and Where Paradata Emerges in Research Documentation, sets out to show how and where Paradata emerges in the wild of the many varieties of research documentation produced during scholarly work, and to demonstrate what this Paradata might look like.
The chapter 4, titled Methods for Generating and Documenting Paradata, introduces methods for generating and documenting Paradata before and during data creation practices and processes. Chapter 5, titled Methods for Identifying Paradata for Data Reuse, introduces a selection of methods applicable for identifying and extracting Paradata from existing datasets and data documentation, which can then be used to complement existing formal documentation of practices and processes.
Chapter 6, Methods for Managing Paradata, draws on existing research to inform Paradata practices in repositories, covering standardization, embracing the messiness of Paradata, and Paradata literacy, all to manage different kinds of core and potential Paradata.
Chapter 7, a Paradata reference model, introduces a comprehensive theoretical reference model for Paradata and discusses its practical implications. Finally, Chapter 8, Future Directions, addresses the fact that Paradata is a concept that is very much in the making. Its significance is not given, and it can matter in different ways depending on context and how the notion itself is operationalized in use. Paradata complements earlier meta-information concepts for knowledge organization in how it can facilitate systematizing and making the complexity of data, practices, and processes visible. As a mindset, Paradata underlines the importance of being involved both in theory and practice of how data is constantly being made and remade. You find our book available open access at Cambridge Core, and you can also order printed copies following the information on screen.